Action.
The summer after Bernice and Bill got married, Bernice came up to the house to stay a few days and help them sucker tobacco. And so I had to go with them, but I went down to Lawrence and Course to stay with Silver June and play while they suckered tobacco one afternoon.
So how old do you think you were?
I was 6. And so we walked down to Harvey and Minnie Stewart's and visited a while. And it started coming up a storm. So we started back up to Cora and Lawrence's, got in the yard. Wind was blowing pretty hard and it just started to sprinkle. And Daddy was at home, which was about a quarter of a mile through the woods, and he hollered at Paul at the barn over on the back side of the farm to come home. It was going to storm. It was storming. Well, I thought Daddy was calling me. I told Cora, I'm going home, and she said, no, B. Jean, stay here. Said it's going to, and by this time it was raining pretty hard. Now, no, I'm going home. My daddy called me. So I took off up through the field to up the edge of the woods out to go to our house. And Cora followed me up to the edge of the woods, and she turned around and went back, and I was running as hard as I could run, and the wind blowing. I had on a little bonnet, and the bonnet come off, and the string was choking me, but I just kept on running. When I got to the house, which I have no idea how many minutes that is because it was a pretty good little trip, I was just, and Mama heard me come in the back door. She come out there and I couldn't hardly talk because I was so out of breath. After they found out I was all right and it stopped storming, they went over to Lawrence's and went up there and looked, and there was a big tree had blown over, or the lightning had struck it right behind me. It was right across the path where I went.
Good grief.
And so it was just, I was so little and headlong that I was going to do what I thought my daddy was saying, but he was calling Paul instead of calling me. And
of course, the reason she's telling this story is October 22nd or 3rd,
23rd.
2017, and bad storms around. So it reminded her of this story.
Yes, and but I was just so thankful, even as little as I was thrilled that the storm didn't get me at that time.
No doubt. Then I wouldn't be filming this.
That's exactly right.
So who did you go visit?
Cora and Lawrence, my oldest brother and his wife.
And their children
and their children. Ralph, Adelaide, Ralph, and Silver June, and they have all passed away. Adelaide was born in 1927, and Ralph was born in 30, I believe it was, and Silver June in 36.
Silver June's one that looked exactly like you.
When we were little, you couldn't hardly tell us apart.
Yeah. And Ralph had how many young ones?
Ralph he had 7 boys, and 2 of the 7 got killed in car wrecks. So he has 5 living.
No girls?
She miscarried some girls, but didn't have any girls. She said she wanted a baseball team.
She almost got there.
She got there, but they didn't play baseball together, I don't guess.
Mm-hmm.
But Silver June died a year ago this week, right before her 80th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And would have been 80th or 80th birthday.
Mm-hmm. And so Lawrence's farm was on the back of yours, literally.
Well, the side of it from
from your house, it was behind you.
Yeah, the back to the left.
Yeah, on a different road.
Yeah, and then one time Lawrence was doing, I don't know what they were doing, but anyway, me and Daddy walked through the woods over there when I was probably a lot younger than that, and we ran across a little nest of baby bunnies. First time I'd ever seen a little bitty bunny. They were probably about, well, they had their fur, but there was several of them, and of course we didn't get to play with them, but they ran off.
Oh well. Okay, this is chapter 2. Cut.